Hey guys, it's Mr. Tesler, and let's go over this proportional relationships tables practice quiz. Let's get started. So the first one says, does Ricardo's ridiculous candy business use proportional pricing? Justify your answer. And when I say justify, I mean show me the math. So when we look at the table given, we have 3 pieces of candy for $5. We have 8 pieces of candy for $12. And we have 20 pieces of candy for $28. Are these proportional? The strategy that we've been taking is to find the unit rate and then compare. So create the rates from our given information. So we have $5 for 3 pieces, $12 for 8 pieces, and we have $28 for 20 pieces. Yes, it's important to include these in your work. Now we just got to find the unit rate. So if we find the unit rate for all of these by putting them in our calculator, that's okay to put the calculator to work on this one, right? So you'll put 5 divided by 3, and that's going to give you 1.67. That's rounded to the hundredths place for, let's say, one piece of candy. And then 12 divided by 8 is going to give us $1.50 per piece of candy. And then last we have 28 divided by 20. If we put that in the calculator, that's going to give us $1.40 for 1 piece of candy. All right, and so the question is this proportional? Our answer is no. If it was proportional, these would equal. A proportional relationship means all of these unit rates or the constants of proportionality would be equal. They don't, so this is not proportional. All right, so it was important to use the unit rates there and to use that as our evidence. That's how we justified saying it's not proportional. All right, let's go to the next one. So we have Mr. Tesler is going to the movies with family and friends and is calculating ticket prices. So we have the movie tickets and we have the price paid. The given information is 7 movie tickets for $8.50. So we're going to start by just creating that rate. So we have $80.50, and that's going to be for 7 tickets. Well, if we put, 80.50 divided by 7 into our calculator, we'll get our unit rate, which is $11.50 for 1 ticket. That's the first step, and it's actually the answer to this first question right here, but we'll get to in a moment. But now we know how much for 1 ticket. It shouldn't be that hard to figure out how many for 4 tickets, right? We have $11.50 for 1 ticket. So let's just multiply that by 4. So times 4, and that's going to give us $46 for 4 tickets. And we can fill that in. So here we have 46. I'm going to skip this middle one and go straight over to the 31. Once again, we have $11.50 for 1 ticket. So how much are we paying for 31 tickets? So we'll just multiply that by 31. And then that's going to give us $56.50. So I'm going to put that up here, 356.50. And I am keeping the zeros only because we're talking about money. Remember that. Normally we would eliminate that last 0. Now for the last and hardest part, well, we've already spent the $127. How many movie tickets did we get? The strategy for this one is we'll take what we spent, 172.5, and divide that by 11.5, right? This is how much for 1 ticket, right? 1 ticket is $11.50. So let's see how many times that goes into 172.5, and then that's going to give us 15. So the answer to this question is we have 15 tickets. All right. That's pretty much all we need for the table. Right here, the next part is Mr. Tesler's family and friends canceled, so now he's going alone. How much is one ticket? I know, so sad, right? But we already figured that out earlier, so we know it's going to be $11.50 per ticket. We can write this per ticket if we want, or you could have just put $11.50. I wouldn't have minded that. And then the second part I threw in for fun, and it's the theater felt bad for Mr. Tesler, so they gave him a 50% off. How much was his ticket? Remember, 50% off just means like half off, right? So what is half of $11.50 divided by 2? And that's going to give us $5.75 for Mr. Tesler's sad discounted ticket. All right, there's the first two questions. Let's go on to the back. Here we go. This is another table question. So the table shows the amount of sugar in a can of Coke. Use the constant of proportionality, aka the unit rate, right? Remember, unit rate, to complete the table. Again, we have our given information, super important, and I'm going to create the rate for that right now. We have 117 grams of sugar, and that's going to be for 3 cans. If we just put that in our calculator, if we put 117 divided by 3, that's going to give us our unit rate, which is going to be 39 grams for 1 can. So now we know how much soda or how many grams of sugar is in 1 can of Coke, which is going to be 39. All right, and that makes sense. All right, if we multiply that by 3, that's going to give us 117. That's going to give us 3. And so now we're wondering, well, how many cans of soda are in 312 or have 312 grams of sugar? So we already know that. We want to know how many cans now. We're going to go backwards. We're going to take 312 grams, and we're going to see how many times 1 can go in. So we're going to divide by 39, and then that's going to give us 8. So if we drink 8 cans, then that's going to give us 312 grams of sugar. Okay, now this next part is a little bit of information you don't need, which is Mr. Tesler prefers Diet Coke because there's no sugar. But he made a mistake with his McDonald's order and accidentally got a large Coke instead of a Diet. He read online that 104 grams of sugar are in 1 large Coke. How many cans of soda is 104 grams equal to? So when I drink that large Diet Coke from McDonald's, how many cans of soda did that equal? Well, we don't know, but we do know that there are 104 grams of sugar in the large Diet Coke. We also know that there's 39 grams of sugar in 1 can. And that's our question, right? Is, well, how many cans are in have 104 grams of sugar? So how many cans? Well, we can just once again take that 104 and we can divide it by 39. So 104 divided by 39 is going to equal approximately 2.67. So it's going to be about 2.67 cans. So basically 2 2/3. 2 2/3. But all right, there we go. There's the answer for that. Last but not least, we have 2 tables that are purposely not filled out. We have Osmond's Outrageously Good Tacos, which can make 150 tacos every 30 minutes. And we have Gabriel's Galactically Great Tacos that takes 20 minutes to make 120 tacos. Complete the tables to see who is faster. Justify using the constant of proportionality. What does that mean? Again, remember, the book is telling us that that is the same as the unit rate. That's what we're going to do in this case. All right, so let's go ahead and look at Osmond's Tacos first. Tacos truck. Use the information that was given to you. You can put right here, 150 tacos in 30 minutes. Now, we eventually would like to get down to 1 minute to compare their unit rates, or you can go on to do it different ways, but I'm going to do it this way. Second, let's just simplify, right? 150 over 30, that kind of simplifies down to 15 and 3, and then 15 divided by 3 is 5 and 1. So we know that there's 5 tacos per minute. And then we're going to do the same thing with Gabriel's taco truck. So Gabriel, given information, is he can make 120 tacos in 20 minutes. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to cancel out those zeros. So we get 12 over 2, and then we get 6 over 1, or 6 tacos in 1 minute, and then we can write that unit rate. So it's 6 tacos per 1 minute. And it's quite obvious who is faster, right? Which is going to be Gabriel's taco truck. And we can see that because making 6 tacos per minute is faster than making 5. You could have done this multiple ways. I want to show you one more way that I saw somebody else use earlier. If you're happy with this way, great, leave it. But let me show you one additional way that I saw. One person put 100. I saw somebody put 150 tacos in the middle, and then 30 minutes here, and then they doubled that to 300 tacos, and in 1 hour, which was 60 minutes. And then down here, I think they cut that in half as well. I think they actually did 15 over 3, so that was fine. All right, and then they did the same thing with Gabriel's tacos. So they put 120 right here for 20 minutes. And then to get to 60, they said, okay, that's times 3. So that's going to be 360. And then over here, they think they put 12 in 2, something like that. But what's interesting about this is you're like, whoa, where's the unit rates? Well, they interestingly did this. They said that if Osman makes 300 tacos in 60 minutes, well, guess what? 60 minutes is the same thing as making 300 tacos per 1 hour. There's our unit rate, right? So somebody converted their 60 minutes into 1 hour, and now we have our unit rate. Because remember, unit rates need to have a 1 in the denominator. And then, so same thing with Gabriel's. He had 360 tacos in 60 minutes, which turned into 360 tacos per hour. And it's still the same thing, right? We can still see that Gabriel's is faster. So those are just 2 different ways. Again, you could have done it many other ways. As long as I can see your justification and your logic, I'm happy. All right. So good luck, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.